been ages since you played a Hat in Time on Discord. Welcome back. I'm happy to see you're back, beauty. I hope everything is good with you.
We are so back. Underscore JKB try.
Listen, where the fuck have I... Oh, there goes all the monetization. Fuck! How is everyone doing? Welcome back to JKB Streams. Listen, I may have fell asleep for 2 weeks. I just woke up. How is everybody? Listen, we changed locations. Listen.
Handball torture is a sexual activity involving the application of pain or constriction to the male genitals. This may involve directly painful activities such as genital piercing, wax play. You're fired. You are starting this stream in a suit.
God damn it! Fine. Fine. No, it's okay. Let's do it. No. Raw Dakota, let's do it. Listen, I'm gonna walk all the way to your house in this poo suit and fuck you. All right, hang on. No. It's fine. We'll do it live. A hole in the crotch. Hang on. For the love of God. All right.
Hash you for taking 2 weeks off.
Listen, Adam. All right. So, first and foremost, let me say thank you to Raw Dakota for doing this. You goddamn lunatic. What a way to be welcomed back. Oh, and she fuck me. Fuck me in the poo suit. Listen, thank you very much. That is a very kind thing you've done. I'm going to get you back in some way or some shape. And by get your back, I mean bend you over and touch your ass. Listen, I'm back. It's been 2 weeks. Where have I been? Well, first and foremost, let me just say thank you to Cosmic. Thank you to Doug. Thank you to Serious Sam. Thank you to Sexy Coco. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate you guys being members. And of course, Raw Dakota, I took a nap for 2 weeks. You guys think something crazy happened. I actually just took a nap. That's it. So, if you were what... Oh my God, look who it is.
Nervous sweat emoji, ninja emoji.
Booch, thank you, my friend. Are we going to watch the Resident Evil stream? No, but I hear there's a demo that we're going to be playing in the next couple days. So that's fucking amazing. You guys know I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. And I know that that's happening right now as I decided to stream, which is a very smart thing, right? Call your mom. She wants to explain to everyone why you've been away. Yeah, sure. I'm going to call my mom so she could do that. So, where have I been? What's been happening? First and foremost, I need to say thank you to everybody. Dallas, thank you.
Welcome back, bud.
Thank you, Dallas. I appreciate it. Adam says Jay has AIDS. I do. Do not. I mean, that I know of. Dallas, thank you very much for the support, buddy. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. Shane's World has become a super legend. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. So,
what's up, Jay? Not been on for few weeks.
I know. I'll tell you why I've been gone. And I think you guys are going to be like, oh, I see what happened here. Thank you, guys.
Jay, hope you're okay. I miss you, and you calling me Mr. Williams.
Listen, Mr. Williams, I appreciate you. Thank you all the way from the UK. Wait, I'm from Canada. You're in the UK. I love you. Seriously, thank you for the support, guys. So without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I do in the first place. So let's get that out of the way. So thank you to everyone that's tuned in, everyone that's watching the VOD here. I appreciate you. Raw
Good
Dakota.
to see you back.
Thank you, Banshee. I appreciate you. Adam says, any psycho girls stop by lately? Well, I have a stalker, guys, which you'll want to hear this story. You'll want to hear this story. I debated talking about it, but we're going to talk about it. Shiny, nice to see you. Game Freak. Let's just go through the chat. I appreciate all of you guys. Why is it fucking thundering? Thank you. Was she hot? No. Not really. Adam, thank you. Raw Dakota, thank you. Shout out to my mom for giving me mental issues. I appreciate that. Aries EMS, thank you. Booch, thank you. Glamorous Frog, thank you. Satan, hail Satan, I love you. Appreciate you as always. Game Freak, Glamorous Frog, all of you. Patty, thank you. Am I missing anybody? Probably missing somebody. Caldo Head, thank you. Banshee, thank you. Robo came to stalk you, says Aries. Aries, listen, you're fired. You're fired. NES Nostalgia, Thetis, thank you guys. Appreciate you all. Any updates on the wallet guy? No, but there's been 3 more murders. So...
Bucci.
I think Booch has something to do with it. Zaylin, thank you, my friend. Yes. One's 2 cents, thank you. Appreciate you all tuning in for this return. Let's get rid of this. Hang on. I don't know why that's on the screen. Bye-bye. There. K-Nubs, thank you, my friend. You guys are ridiculous.
Love me long time. My is quivering.
Oh no. Generic white male's ass is... Dude, his ass is quivering. I don't know what we're going to do with it.
I have a 1988 Game Pro magazine with your name on it. Walk in the snow with me. It's only 35 C members there.
I know. So if you guys don't know, right now there's a major snowstorm happening across all of my city here. And unfortunately, it's a disaster. So people are dying outside while I'm inside having fun. Various Melons, thank you, my friend. I just want to show a couple things quickly here. Where is it? Here it is. Good to see you back. Various Melons, I have a doppelganger on TikTok. I don't know who that is. Thank you for being a member, by the way. So I just want to get 2 things out of the way quickly here. You know, obviously I'm going to get to why I took 2 weeks off, which is very important. And while I was off, Goth Mama. Mailsman, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the membership, guys. I appreciate it. If you guys want to support the show again, that's the best way to do it. I appreciate it. Oh, God. Here we go.
This isn't Review Tech USA. Who's this guy?
I don't know. I don't know who it is.
Jay, you will make a fine mother one day. When people ask who is my mother, I will say Jay's my mother.
What? Is Cody, I don't know if that's awkward or not, but I love you. Thank you. Cody, I appreciate it. So Goth Mom sent this over. Guys, look at this. This is from 1998. It goes in the collection. This is probably the coolest magazine I've ever been sent. So shout out to her. Thank you very much. Look at this thing. 1998. It's almost 30 years old. That is ridiculous. It's also a thick issue. I could slap my own dick with it. All right. So I don't know what that means, but she also sent this over. Holy shit. She got Art the Clown to sign something for me. She knows I'm a huge horror fan, so thank you very much. If you're seeing this, seriously, it means a lot to me that you did that. And Raw Dakota, shout out to Raw Dakota big time. Thank you, buddy. He did the $50 to put me in this stupid goddamn suit.
Banana.
That's not my plan. I didn't want to be in the suit right away, but I love you, buddy. That is amazing. So there's no easy way to explain what has happened in the last 2 weeks. 3 weeks, I should be honest. But over the course of, let's just be honest with each other here, the course of probably the last 8 years of my life. So what have I been doing for the last 2 weeks? Well, are you guys ready to hear this? What do you guys think I've been doing for 2 weeks? I'd like to know. Floppy, what's up? Seasonal depression, says Adam. Maybe there was a little bit of that happening, but wall staring, nothing. Aries EMS says jerking off. There was a lot of that. Were you in the hospital? No, it didn't get that bad. You've been tasting urinal cakes again, touching yourself. Listen, anybody saying I touch myself, absolutely. Spiritual journey, yes, a little bit of that. Moonshining, no, I didn't drink at all. It's about your short film. No, actually it isn't. Yeah, J-Rock, he signed it for you, yes. Caldo Head, that's good, my friend. You've been getting to know your shadow. All right, let's just get this out of the way. There's no easy way to get to this whatsoever. Jostler,
Dream my gaping butthole.
I love you, Jostler. Thank you. I'm
Welcome
pregnant.
to the hamburger helper fam, J.
K-Nubs, thank you, my friend. Yes, I finally had the hamburger helper the other day, and let me just say that it was terrible. It tasted disgusting, but I loved it. I don't know. It reminds me of being a kid again. All right, here we go. So here's what's been going on for the last 2 weeks. And the things I'm about to talk about aren't easy. And I hope that some people out there can take what I'm about to say and use it and maybe help their own lives. That's why I'm being open about this. The last 3 weeks, 2 weeks, I've been doing something called therapy. Why have I been doing therapy? I finally came to the realization at 44 years old that I've been dealing with a lot of things mentally for the last 10 years, well, the last 30 years of my life, to be honest with you. But a lot of it had to do with relationships and how I presented myself in relationships. And that played into a whole other aspect of my life, which would be the creative side of my life. So I have something that I need to tell you guys right off the bat. For the last, I'd say 4 or 5 months of streaming on my channel, I've been in a state of panic and I've been in a state of anxiety that I didn't realize I was in. There's one person I need to shout out right now in the chat. You all know him. It is the one and only Vapist. Vapist said something to me a couple of weeks ago because I needed time off. I mean, I needed a vacation. I've basically been streaming as much as possible in the last 2 years, and I needed that. So Vapist said something in the chat on Discord that made me step back and say, he's right. He said that, Jay, you might not notice this, but you're actually begging on stream now rather than just being yourself. And we don't know, you know, he doesn't know what that is. There's no answer to it. But he said to me, rather than begging, you need to go find yourself again. So huge shout out to Vapist. He also said something that really hit me hard, which was that he said that I was e-begging. And to a degree, I would agree with that. So it comes down to the goal thing that we tried to do in December. I wouldn't use the word begging. I don't think I ever came on the show and begged, but I think what happened, guys, was that I let the monetary side of YouTube get the best of me. And it's happened to a lot of YouTubers out there. You see things and you panic. Now, let me be very clear about what I'm saying right now. Drummer Punk, I love you. Let me be very clear about something right off the bat. In no way, shape, or form in December did I not make enough money to survive. In fact, I've been making more money than I've made over the last year. We have never went down in money. There was no reason for me to panic about that. But he brought it up and said that, you know, you're focusing on that a little bit too much and you really don't need to. Well, little did I know that he was 100% correct about that. And YouTube
I need that money. I really need that money.
Well, that's my point. Was I falling into a DSP trap? Not really. I wouldn't go that far, guys, and be like, I turned into DSP. YouTube can get the best of you after a certain amount of time.
If you stream long enough, you'll eventually become the DSP or villain or some drawn-out phrase.
Mm-hmm. That is 100% true. No, it's okay. You guys, Raw Dakota, it's okay. So I'm not going to make this the whole stream, but I'm going to say that I'd like to just apologize to everybody that I did not necessarily understand. Paradox, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. I would just like to say that I apologize to everybody out there for the last little bit here. There was a certain amount of streaming that I did, which I'll get into in a second here, that I did under the pretense of just streaming because I felt like I had to.
I am DSP, and I'm going to bring out my cum sock.
Okay. Thank you for that donation.
JKB back and better than ever. Haunt my holes.
Thank you, Spookster. So I think I should be very clear with something right off the bat. My confidence level is the highest it's ever been since probably 1994. It's through the roof. And let me just say this, therapy. Everybody could benefit from therapy. Everybody can. And there's a lot of things, obviously, I'm not going to get into on the stream here, but the way I conducted myself in past relationships over the last 7 years, I've kind of realized that the last 7 years of my life have been dedicated to other people and not myself. And what I mean by that is when I get into relationships, I have an anxious attachment style, which essentially, it turns me into nobody, especially when I get used and abused. And just being clear about that. Vapus said something in the chat that really struck a chord with me, and he said, I think that you are probably one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. You guys may think that I hear things like that a lot, but to be honest with Vapus and personal with Vapus for a second, I appreciate you saying that because that one sentence is something that I think I needed to hear, and I hadn't heard it for a very, 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 very long time.
Confident enough to shove it in my hole?
Yes.
Banana.
Absolutely. Oh, trust me, my confidence level is through the roof. So, thank you to Vapist. I appreciate you very much, my friend. Seriously. I don't know where I would be without you saying that to me. He says it was just an observation, but what he doesn't realize is that doing therapy, I realize that I have some issues that I still need to deal with that I'm dealing with now. I'm not fixed per se, that's for sure. But
I'm a Scientologist, so I don't believe in therapy. Just kidding.
Yeah, Mr. Williamson, thank you for that. I appreciate that, by the way. Thank you for the support. Let me just say this again. Therapy is good. Therapy
Welcome back, you glorious man.
Listen, nutcase, I'm going to hold you down and look at your nuts. Now, listen. Therapy has changed me in 3 weeks, 2 weeks. I've been doing it online, so I do it on my iPad or my laptop. And basically, it's simply coming down to what you already knew internally. You already know the answers to most of what the therapist is going to say to you. And I suggest if you're able to get into therapy, you need to do it. Because I've been dealing with some things since I was 17 years old that I should have dealt with for a very long time ago. And the bottom line is this. I personally have felt like for me to love myself, I needed somebody else to love me. And a lot of you may relate to that issue in life. The problem with that is that the only way to accomplish anything in life and feel good about it, at the end of the day, is really to figure out who you are as a person and the ability to love yourself. There's a whole creative side that I'll get to in a second here, but if you guys are going to learn anything from me over the 2-year course of doing this now, loving yourself is the most important thing that you can do. And when you fall out of love with who you are and you forget who you are because of different circumstances in life, you lose the path to be happy. So at the end of the day, that's what life really is all about. If you can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. And that's something that I've learned over the last couple of weeks. And it's to a degree that has certainly changed me. So thank you to everybody that has said very kind things to me over the last 2 weeks. I thought that I needed to be this incredible, nice boyfriend in all of these different relationships and in personal life. And I thought I needed to give myself to everybody to feel something. And I realize now that I don't need anybody in my life. In fact, I don't need anybody to tell me anything anymore, to realize that I hold the power and I don't need to give that power out. And that is the strongest thing that I literally think I have learned over the last couple of months here. So if you guys take anything from my streams, it's that. You have to love yourself. If you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, you need to change it. If you look into your own soul and you say that I'm not a very nice person, you need to change that yourself.
No matter how strong you are, it's always good to let others help you build. Also take risks and don't be afraid to fail. Make your life yours.
Now, listen, Sea Monkey, it is very important, but don't do it too much because you lose control. Trust me, I've gotten there. Listen, I can't maintain an erection, but I can fuck, okay? But that's a joke. I can maintain that erection, and I can fuck. So anyways, as you see, I'm still fucking crazy. But now I love myself for being crazy. So that's all I'm going to talk about when it comes to the therapy thing on one side, okay? If you can't afford therapy, the second best thing you could do is talk to your friends. Talk to all of your close friends that you consider friends, especially in the Discord, or people that you've met in my community, and make sure that you express yourself. And that's where I'm going to lead into the second thing here very quickly. I have learned something very important in life that I hope you guys can learn as well. When it comes to being creative and it comes to expressing yourself, there's no such thing as being wrong. And that is something that I internally have struggled with my whole life. When it comes to making films, music, or even streaming with you guys, the one thing that I've had trouble with is thinking that I'm doing this all wrong. I've created something that's wrong. Here's the problem with that. When you're creating something yourself internally and you're saying, I'm going to present this to the world, there's no such thing as wrong. Let me say that again. When you're creating things and you have ideas, there's no wrong idea. You're just creating. That's been the strongest thing that I have learned over the last 2 weeks. When you're being creative, there's no such thing as wrong. It's hard to wrap your head around that, but that is the true statement. Listen, Muffin, thank you for being a legend. Thank you for the memberships, by the way. I appreciate that, guys. So at the end of the day, I learned that being creative, putting myself out there, there's nothing wrong with that. And I've let the audience, unfortunately, tell me what is right and what's wrong when I'm being creative. When at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with being creative. So hopefully, Ani, listen, I love you. Here we go.
That sucks.
Ani, thank you, buddy. Bubster, I appreciate you as well. So I hope you guys learn something from me over the next couple of weeks while I'm streaming here, because I probably will be trying to instill what I've learned. Super Jude, I love you. God damn it, we need to hang out this summer and have a barbecue. I hope that you guys learn something. And the last thing I want to say before we calm down my breasts. Calm down my breasts? I mean, that it's not a bad thing. It is. Because that's not my sexual forte. So is it bad? Not necessarily. See, now I'm digging a hole. Last thing I want to say is this. Positivity in the world right now. Let's have a discussion about this quick, okay? Neo, I love you. Right now in the world is an absolutely terrible place. The last thing you guys need to see when you come to my streams is somebody that literally is being negative. Right now, negativity is not your friend, guys. The world's got enough of it.
I'm never making gay jokes ever again. Never again.
Sure you're not. Sure you're not. So at the end of the day, just to quickly say this, I am in the most positive zone I've ever been in. I've realized that, without getting into detail, I don't need anybody in my life. I don't need anybody to say that they love me to feel loved anymore. I don't need people to come into my life and use me anymore. I don't need any of that stuff. I've been doing it for the last 8 years, and I realize now that, you know, when it comes to relationships, personally, just for a quick second here, I don't need that stuff
Howdy,
anymore.
howdy, ho, it be me, your friendly neighborhood rope slinger. We sure missed ye, Captain JKB, and I'm glad ye be doy metter, Zoxo.
I don't know what he said there, but Grizzly Bear, I appreciate you, buddy. So here's the deal. Moving forward on the show, it's a struggle. I'm not going to lie. I still struggle with certain aspects of my life, depression being one of them. But one of the aspects of my life is, how personal do I get on the show here? And there's an aspect of my life that I'm going to keep quiet moving forward, and that would be anything to do with any type of relationship. Now, in saying that, I need to be very clear here as well, and I want to be very open about it because you guys know kind of all about it. When it comes to Murray and myself, when I talk about certain things moving in the future, I'm not directly correlating anything I'm saying with her. And I want to be very clear with something here. Murray and I are still very, very, very good best friends, basically. She's one of my best friends. So to be clear about that, we still talk every day and everything's good in that sense. And I'm just going to say this publicly. I'm not going to be talking about relationship on my show anymore. And I'm definitely not going to be bringing anybody that I'm in a relationship with in the future on the show ever again. And the reason for that is there's a certain aspect of my life that just needs to remain private. So thank you to everybody that appreciates that. And I think it's a good idea because there's no reason to discuss that stuff on stream anymore. So I do, however, want to say a few things.
Also, Jay, I turned 20 on the 19th of January.
You son of a bitch. Confused, happy birthday, my friend, in a couple of days. How many days? 4 days will be your birthday. Thank you, buddy. So, I just want to say something quickly here.
But Jay, I want everyone to know about our love.
That guy's gay. Thank you.
So, I just want to say this quickly. Caldo head instantly is, Jay, are you single? Jesus Christ. I just said I'm not going to talk about it. Okay? I just want to say this, and this is the last time you'll ever hear anything about this. It really is the last time you will hear anything about this. When it comes to Murray and I, we're connected for life in a way. I think that we're best friends. I honestly think that we're meant to always know each other. And I just want to give her a shout out for also understanding that I'm not perfect. She's not perfect. And I just want to put it out there that in no way, shape, or form, moving forward, if I'm talking about certain aspects of my life on the show, am I blaming her for anything? I have learned a lot about myself in the last couple of weeks. So thank you to Murray, if she ever sees this, probably won't. But I appreciate that we're going through things together from a certain aspect here, and we're figuring things out together. I appreciate that. So thank you for being my friend. It's that simple. And I also want to say that thank you to everybody that has taken care of Murray on the stream as well. I appreciate all of you guys who have done that. She still is a very close personal person in my life. So you grow as a person when you get older, guys, and you'll realize that sometimes relationships and sometimes friendships, there's certain things that are important. There's certain aspects that are very important to a life. So thank you to everybody that has seriously affected her life, you know, and helped her out as I take this goddamn poo suit off. If you don't, you dare. Yes. Okay, so. Okay, so one last thing I want to say quickly here. And this is about you guys. Without your support, I honestly would probably be working at Walmart. Let's just be honest about that. Or I'd be editing for Review Tech USA. I hear he's not political anymore.
I'm growing as a person at 40. I have an...
You have an erection. Well, I got somebody who could look into that erection. It's me. So, last thing I want to say is thank you very much for letting me take 2 weeks off. I have been absolutely terrified during the 2 weeks that I would come back to my show and nobody would watch, and nobody would support, and nobody would gift memberships, and it would be over. That's what I've been worried about. However,
I'm on the hunt for jobs and have to schedule a job interview sometime soon. Wish me luck, y'all. I'm nervous as fuck.
well, Cosmic, let me say something to you, buddy. You are one of the kindest people in the community, number one. You're a good-looking, handsome man, which I'm just adding in case you want to come over here and kiss my lips. But when it comes to confidence, my friend, you have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose, my friend. You need a job, go get a job. It's that simple. You need to tell yourself that you can do it, because you can do it. You can do it. You're a creative person, my friend. You can do whatever you want in life. No one's stopping you except you. There's not a single soul in front of you saying no right now. So we're here for you if you need the support. But I truly believe you're strong enough to do it on your own. You don't need me. You don't need us. You have yourself.
Tongue punch my honeypot and caress the Masucci Micro tipples.
No. Can I just get this out of the way once and for all? Have I seen the Micro? Yes. Is it small? Yes. Do I want to throw up when I think of the fucking Micro? Yes. Do we have to talk about it every fucking stream moving forward? No. Why? Again, let's loop around. I just said because it makes me fucking sick. Sorry, I got a little upset there. Honestly, I've seen Rich's dick, and there's not much to it.
Oh yeah, Jay and chat. Timnah, 14 days free from smoking.
Oh, fuck, Doug. That's fucking amazing, my friend. Holy shit, that is an amazing accomplishment, man. I've talked to Happy Console Gamer about that. Happy Console Gamer smoked forever. He made a video saying, I quit smoking. Go watch that video. It might help you. Also, I want to shout out Happy Console Gamer. I want to shout out my close friends. Thank you to everybody. Happy Console Gamer, which, you know, I don't think you guys really know the extent of the relationship between him and I. And I don't really bring this up on the show on purpose because I don't look for clout, but I'm just going to say this publicly. Happy Console Gamer, also known as John to me. I don't call him that, but, he literally is one of my best friends. I talk to him almost daily. His support over the last, I would say, 2 years has helped me tremendously. So shout out to him as well. So Doug, that is incredible, dude. Also, Grizzly Bear, thank you for the 5 gifted. You goddamn lunatic. Thank you, seriously. I appreciate that. I haven't even looked at how many members we have. We'll get into that another time. I don't know what we have right now. Well, right now we have 9, but gifted today. But I honestly, that's the last thing I'm thinking about. I realize now if I just show up, you guys will support. It's that simple. I don't need to panic about that stuff anymore. I don't need to sit here and be like, oh my God, I'm going to be homeless. I realize now that I have an audience that just likes me talking, and I appreciate that very much.
I love you. You have the best tight-knit community in all of YouTube. I'm glad you took your time coming back. BTW Mario Galaxy stream. When?
Yeah. Siegfried, thank you, my friend. I'm not sure. That gets me into the last thing I want to talk about before we just get into the lunacy here. And I want to say thank you to you guys, and I appreciate you. Am I still going to Riches? Yes, this year.
My sub is the best. It's so great I have 2 notifications for it. Also, 9 months. Time to name the baby.
Let's name it after Rich. Let's call it the Masucci Babe.
Yes, Jay sent a pic of his. I have it 6'10".
What? No, he never sent me a pic. I unfortunately saw... What the fuck is that? Right there. Oh. I see what that is. Hey, Siri, turn off Jay's bedroom lights. You guys can see in my bedroom from here? Yeah, you can. What the fuck? That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I never noticed. Oh, yeah, that's my dead baby I've never had because I got a vasectomy. So, ladies and gentlemen, I had a child while I was off. It's currently in that thing right there. So, Jesus Christ. Last thing I want to talk about is this. The show. What's going on with the show? What's coming in January, what we're doing in February, and what we're doing moving forward. So one of the aspects of the show that I need to talk to you guys about is that every human has a certain amount of energy, mental energy. And when I'm dealing with a lot of other things that are stressful in my life, the show becomes harder and harder to do. So while I'm on this path to healing myself, I need to be very clear with you guys and upfront with what's happening in January. Now, I know this will be slightly disappointing to some people, but because I just said what I said when it comes to healing myself and having enough energy to heal myself and having enough time to heal myself, January streaming will be a little less than usual because I'm still obviously just starting therapy. And it's very important that I actually fix what I need to fix in my own personal life here. So that said, January will be a little less streaming than usual.
I genuinely thought the membership stuff was just you doing a bit that turned into a running gag. I didn't take it any other way. Love the show.
Well, Banshee, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you saying that. And like the run, it kind of, listen, let's just be honest with each other. This gifted membership thing that I do on my show, and most YouTubers do, let's be honest about what it is about. What is it about? It's literally about me surviving. That's it. So it's how I handle that. Sometimes I handle it poorly, and sometimes I do it like a running gag.
There are multiple spiders in my house, and I am scared of them. Someone please send help. I haven't heard the raccoons in the ceiling lately. So they may have been killed by the spiders.
I have spiders or you have spiders, Alice? By the way, Alice, thank you for being a member for 23 months. I appreciate that. There's no fucking spiders here, by the way. Actually, there is. They're all in my bathroom. Jess, thank you. So I just want to say this, guys. When it comes to the gifted membership stuff, maybe I was a little hard on myself in December because I had to... It's a fine balance. Cheese, what's up, dude? On one side, I've got my mental health. The other side, I have to take care of myself. I just realized in December that I need time off. And that meant that I would unfortunately not make as much money as I needed to do in January because I need time off. So I appreciate everybody that is still supporting me from the bottom of my heart. Let's just be honest on what my show is. My show is an exchange for entertainment. Do I think that everyone needs to donate to me? No. Do I think that I need a certain amount to survive? Yes. I'm just being open with you. That's called life. So at the end of the day, I know that, and I've learned that now. All I need to do is show up to stream, and I have enough people supporting me. Do we need to push all these things all the time? No. I learned the hard way that when I'm in a stressful moment, even though I don't need to do it, I was doing it on the show. So I apologize to you guys for being a little pushy when it comes to the December gifted memberships. Now, some of you are going to say, Jay, you weren't pushy at all, and we gave the usual amount, which I understand.
Love ya, bud. Glad to see you, and great to hear you're putting your health first.
Within Ashes says, I made meatballs. Who wants some? I would normally eat something you've made, but I'm sure there's cocaine in those because it's you. So I'm going to avoid that. Jacob, thank you very much for that donation. I appreciate that, buddy. Sometimes you're going to be faced with choices in life. There's going to be a... Stormtrooper says, Jay, demand a 50 sub from me. Listen, Stormtrooper, if you don't gift me... If you honestly don't gift me 50 memberships right now...
You're fired!
Yeah, you better believe it. So... Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that support. I'm glad that you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Are you doing well? Biff, thank you. He says Dollar Train. Oh, here we go. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. So, Stormtrooper, I love you, by the way. Thank you for the messages on Discord. And I've seen your messages everywhere. I appreciate that as well. Listen. See? I told you guys.
Hi, Jay.
I told you guys that Johnny Millennium is one of the nicest people ever. He doesn't need to show up and do that. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that, man. He is. He honestly is. I know that a lot of people say that I'm the nicest YouTuber. It's Happy Console Gamer's the nicest YouTuber. General Nutcase, thank you for the $1. Here we go. Dollar Train. I love you guys. So that's basically everything I wanted to say. You know what? And you know what? Everybody in the chat right now, if you've ever watched Happy Console Gamer, do me a favor right now and thank him for his content because I think that he should hear that he's helped a lot of people. He definitely has helped a lot of people in life. And the fact that we're going through life right now and life is a fucking joke at this very moment, it's very hard to be positive. His name's literally Happy Console Gamer. And you know what's crazy about that? He's done it since the beginning, and he hasn't faltered once. Not one single time has he ever let negativity get to him. Ever. That takes a lot of willpower, man. So shout out to you on that one.
Paul?
And listen, I've touched his feet in a pool. I'm just saying. In fact, he's tried to get my feet. He still thinks he's going to get them, but he's never going to get my feet in the pool. Can I just say this publicly? He probably doesn't want me to say this, but when him and I go swimming in his pool, he tries to get my feet. I don't know what that's about. I'm still trying to figure it out. But he's obsessed with my feet. He's trying to grab them or something. I don't know if he's trying to drown me, but I'm just putting it out there. Caldo says, did you get an erection in his pool? Absolutely. So there you go. So here's what I wanted to Happy Feet Gamer. Here's what I wanted to say to everybody. Thank you for the support. Guess who's showing up tomorrow at my house? Guess who's coming on the stream again? One of my best friends. I haven't seen him since he was here last. The one and only showing up tomorrow is not Vapist. It's Ionis. Ionis is back tomorrow. He's staying here until Tuesday. I wish it was DSP so I could knock him out with a frozen shrimp. So Ionis is showing up. He's staying here until Tuesday. We will be streaming together at some point. Tomorrow I won't be, but Saturday and Sunday I'll be streaming. And like I said, moving forward through January is kind of a write-off. Let's just be honest about that. I've taken 2 weeks off. I understand the situation I've put myself into. Thankfully, I've saved some money, so I don't need to worry about that. What I need to do right now is finish off Ionis in a sexual way, which you guys know. But second of all, I need to take care of myself still. So moving through January, there'll be less streaming, but I'll be very open with when I'm streaming and how long I'm streaming for in January. February is officially the return of 2 years anniversary on this show. So February is going to be jam-packed with tons of streaming, more than I've ever done in the past in 1 month. So I hope you guys, everybody hears this, I hope you guys are here for that in February. But January is going to be hit and miss for streaming because I need to finish fixing myself. That way I can be the best version of myself when I stream, and I can remember what makes me happy in life. You guys know that gaming is very depressive right now because of the prices, because of the industry, the future. The RAM prices are not helping at the moment. Everything is up in the air, and people are not having a good time when it comes to gaming at the moment. So there's that aspect, the world aspect, and all of the wars and all of the negativity that's happening in the world right now. It's very hard to overlook that. So I'm going to try to do my best to be here for you guys. I know that it's very difficult to actually deal with that stuff at the moment, but we're going to try to do it. Yeah, it's almost over, I know. Now, do you guys hear that? I guess you don't hear that, thankfully. So the last thing I want to say is I moved the set here. As you can see, I've got a different background. The staircase is here, as you could see. So I'm actually on a different side of the set. Now, the reason I cleaned up my apartment, which you could kind of see here, is it's pretty, well, I guess you can't see all of it, but my apartment essentially is pretty clean now. That's one aspect of my life that was a fucking disaster. So it feels so good to now have my life in order, not just mentally, but physically. Knock over the shelf, let's go. Listen, I fucked that shelf up. I fucked that shelf up big time, and I regret doing that. I paid $300 for it. It exploded. It was bad. Yeah. So, tomorrow, no stream. Just to be clear, Saturday and Sunday, absolutely streaming both days. I'll let you guys know on Discord when those times will be, probably 5 p.m. EST on those 2 days. I wish we could go on a real life stream right now, but there's a fucking blizzard outside. In fact, it is crazy outside right now. In fact, there's people dying in the snow. So if you're in my area, be careful. I don't think there's many people in my area. How about another sleepover? That was tons of fun. Eventually, Caldo Head, we will do that. I will do another sleepover stream in the future. But I just wanted to stream today to say I appreciate everybody and thank you so much for the support. I needed to go fix myself. I needed to go heal myself, and I needed to go and get my self-confidence back. And I would say that my self-confidence is higher than it's ever been in my life. And right now, we're currently behind the scenes figuring out what we're going to do on the show. Cooking streams, 100% coming back. I would love to be able to have a setup here where you guys tuned in and we cook together, because that is so much fun to do that together. There's another whole aspect of the show that needs to come back, and that would be, you know, I think we need to have fun. We need to have fun together right now. I want my show to be fun, lunacy. I want it to be over the top, and I want it to be unhinged. So that's what needs to happen on my streams, especially in February. My birthday is on February 17th. That would be the 2-year anniversary of me streaming online. And while I'd love to stream that day, unfortunately, I happen to have something happening for my birthday that's very special to me. That would be, I'm going to go watch 9 Inch Nails with amazing seats. So thank you to everybody that wants me to do that. But the 2-year anniversary will happen after the 17th. So thank you to everybody. I really appreciate you guys. So for my birthday, I get to go watch 9 Inch Nails live. That is fucking absolutely crazy. I'm a huge 9 Inch Nails fan. That means the world to me. I can't believe I get to do that. What is that on the... Why is it snowing still? Let's finally get rid of this snow. It's annoying. So last but not least, the thing I wanted to talk about today. Nightbreaker, listen. We see them 2 days. Oh, Mist. Thank you, by the way. Mist, I showed off what you sent into the show earlier. You can rewind and check that out. Thank you very much, Mist. I appreciate the support. I want to shout out, last but not least, everybody that has supported me financially. I know that a lot of people watch me, and I love you guys for doing that. The people that drop the likes, the people that watch and tune into the VODs and watch the ads that I put on this show. Thank you to all of them. But let's just be open for a second here. I need to thank the people that have financially have been supporting me for 2 years. I wouldn't be where I'm sitting right now without you guys. So thank you to everybody that's donated today. Thank you to everybody that's supported me throughout December and November. Everybody that's gifted memberships. Siegfried, everybody. Seriously, all of the contributions, which I hate calling them contributions. I sound like fucking DSP. But that's what they are. All of the contributions, thank you so much. You know, from the people that donate $1 to Raw Dakota, who donated $50 at the opening of this stream. It means the world to me, guys. Thank you so much. Those dollars add up, and that's what supports the show. So it took me a while to realize that, and I think I realized that I'm not financially in trouble. I'm not panicking. I've always said to you guys, if contributions disappeared all of a sudden from my show and I didn't make enough, I would simply just stop streaming and that would be the end of it. Is that even close to happening? Not at all. Not even close. December, and I'm being open with you guys, we made more this last December, last month, than we made the previous December, and I streamed literally half the amount that I streamed the previous December. That goes to show how much support you guys give me. So thank you very much for that. Now, moving forward, we don't need to talk about that anymore. Jay says, I also quit weed. Let me say this, guys. In December and November, used a lot of edibles. And when I say a lot, I was on a lot of edibles. Edibles are good for when you are mentally sound and you're able to understand that you're able to handle the edibles. But when you're using edibles as a crutch and you're using them, and I'll give an example, like Review Tech USA said in the past, when you're using them to try to heal yourself, they're not good. So I would just say, I would recommend, edibles are good for certain moments in life. I'm not going to shit on them. But when you're trying to heal yourself internally, edibles are the last thing that you want to be getting into. Trust me on that one. I definitely don't feel like they helped me. They did not help me. So, thank you guys. I wish they helped me with sleep. They don't.
Thank you, Jay, for being such an entertaining and great person. Now do a happy dance to pay tribute to the chat. Many contributions to be received.
Spookster, thank you very much for the support. Gonna be very open with you guys. Let's just get this out of the way. You guys know that sometimes we go off the rails. Right at this very moment, being silly and off the rails, my personality type, definitely you've noticed I'm still off the rails. Like, I'd still like to hold you all down and kiss you. But at this very moment, just to be honest with you guys, I'm not mentally at that place of being silly again. I'm still discovering what makes me happy in life, and I need to figure out that, you know, in the next 2 weeks. I need to get back to that happiness
Do you have a
place.
way to receive anonymous skate pics?
Oh, God. No, I don't want to see your asshole shoot chocolate out, okay? That's... Jason, I appreciate you. By the way, Jason is essentially Nightbreaker 2.0. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Sheetrock, thank you. So, listen, will we get back to the days of me throwing a cake on my head? Yes. Have I done that in the past and jerked off? Yes, but off stream. Now, will I get crazy again on the streams? Absolutely. But I'm being honest with you guys. Right now, in this very body that you see in front of you, yes, it's sexual. I may look very hot. But what I'm getting at here is I'm not mentally prepared to be that person again. I need to get to the place where I feel good in life. So I'm in therapy and I'm still getting back to that. Yes, I'm still crazy. Yes, the streams will be extremely fun. Yes, we will have fun again. But let me just say this. I need to be happy before that can possibly happen again. Now, am I happy as a person right now? Absolutely. I am so happy that I went to therapy. I'm so happy that I'm able to understand what's bothering me in life. And the reason why I'm bringing all of this up is I want you guys, all of you guys, to be happy like I am at the very moment right now. Am I perfect? No. Do I have issues right now that I'm dealing with? Absolutely. Am I still trying to improve aspects of my life? Yes. Am I trying to love video games again? Yes. Why did I lose my love for video games? It has nothing to do with video games. It has to do with my internal struggle with my anxiety. My anxiety has ruined my life, and I haven't essentially confronted that up front. There's probably somebody right now watching this stream with the exact same issue that I went through. Anxiety is ruining your life. Life is literally passing you by, and you're barely gripping on to what you're able to grip on to. That's no way to live. Why do you think I took the 2 weeks off? There's no way that you can have a fulfilling, meaningful life while you're dealing with that level of anxiety. That level of anxiety can control you in ways that you don't understand. And until you start to talk to a therapist about it, you are living essentially in jail. And I realize that now. For the last 8 years of my life, I've been living in fucking jail. I've been living under this cloud of anxiety. And I've thought, could you imagine what JKB could be if I wasn't living in that fear anymore? So I've went out of my way to make sure that I'm a better person. I hope deep down somebody that's watching this right now has a breaking point. I hope that you get to a breaking point. I hope you get to the lowest you've ever been in life, because that's the moment you realize you need to change your life. And I'm sure that there's some of you watching right now that could use this advice.
Blah, blah, blah. Me, I'm a filthy hoe.
Yeah.
Maybe try getting back into making music again, like I'm since games and whatnot aren't doing it. Just a thought, hugs bro, no homo. Cream.
Well, funny you say that. I'm actually working on the score to my short film. So I've got all that table back there, which you guys can't see because the shelf is in the way. That's full of all of my film gear at the moment. So I'm still working on the movie. My movie's coming out this year. I am more than excited about sharing that with you guys at a later date. Right now, I'm going to just shut the fuck up about that because there's a lot of work happening that needs to happen, but I'm not going to stress myself out right now by talking about it. So you need to know your boundaries in life. That's the number one thing I've learned over the last 2 weeks in therapy. If you do not learn your boundaries in life and you overextend your energy into aspects of life that you think you can handle, once you get into being overwhelmed, you're going to understand quickly that you're running on a level of anxiety that's controlling your life, and you need to get out of that. You need to step aside. You need to take breaks. You need to understand that sometimes in life, you're just simply going to have to deal with issues that are not going to go away unless you handle them. So, I will not be here tomorrow, but Saturday and Sunday I am streaming. Monday is up in the air right now because that's the last day I have with Ionis. So,
JKB, aka the next Kevin Smith.
I wouldn't mind being Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith is one of my idols that I look up to.
Gay for J.
Listen, thank you for being a member for 17 months. And also thank you guys for the 9 gifted memberships on stream today. I appreciate the support. Now listen, I know, and here's one of the struggles. I know that taking 2 weeks off has hurted the show. Hurted the show? Listen, also I'm learning how to speak English again. I know that 2 weeks has taken a toll on the show. I know that streaming is going to take a little bit of time to get those numbers back up, but I'm willing to put in the work because I believe in myself. So thank you to everybody.
Do more on liver streams. Don't just sit and talk in circles. Do things you like. Don't just focus on being entertaining. Do music. Play games with us.
Absolutely. And Siegfried, I'm glad you brought that up. You know, there's a lot of people that are saying, you know, the last couple of months you're just sitting there. One of the aspects of that, I think, has to do with the fact that I can't go outside much and stream, you know, the hiking streams. I know you guys love those things. And also, shout out to Nightbreaker. Huge shout out to Nightbreaker. If you guys don't know this, Nightbreaker has announced that he is done, you know, supporting the show financially because he needs to save money. And I want to say personally to Nightbreaker for a second here, I'm still excited he's black. Don't get that mixed up. And I love him. But second of all, huge shout out to him. He has been unbelievable over the last 2 years, and you don't need to donate to be part of this community. So thank you, my friend. Yeah, he's black. If you guys don't know, he's black. I never knew that. Last but not least, I just want to say Vapist is basically Dr. Phil, but high as a kite. It's very hard to explain it, but he's a legend. So shout out to Vapist. Now, let's do something. Let's just do something quickly. How have you guys been for the last 2 weeks? Let me know in the chat. Let's see. Nightbreaker, thank you, buddy. You do whatever you need to do. Thank you, dude. Sea Monkey, how are you, my friend? How is everybody? I'm checking in with you guys. I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. All right. Christopher says, anxious, thought I was dying. I can understand that, my friend. You need to get that checked out. You need to get some help with that. Rolando says, last week I was depressed the entire week. Listen, can I just say something else about all of this? Also, I'm losing my voice because I'm projecting it. So I'm going to talk a little lower. Hang on. Let me get the mic a little closer here. What I wanted to say is this. It's okay. It's absolutely okay to not be okay. And that's the aspect of my life that I've learned. I've thought that being depressed or having anxiety was a major issue and I needed to fix it. I always thought, oh my God, I need to fix this stuff. It's okay to be not okay. That's number one lesson I've learned over the last 2 weeks. So if you're sitting there, guys, right now going, holy fuck, the gaming community is a shithole. Gaming is fucking terrible. The world is fucking terrible. Social media is fucking terrible. All of this stuff is fucking terrible at the moment. But here's one thing, though. When you shut all of that off and you look internally, if you're not happy as a person, you're projecting that outwards. And partly, it's your fault. It's not the world's fault. It's your fucking fault you're not happy in life. You can't blame everybody else. You can't blame your family. You can't blame gaming. You can't blame girlfriends. You can't blame the past. The reason you're not happy is because you're not happy. It's that simple. Now, of course, there's external elements that are going to play into your happiness, but I'm talking about the deep-rooted souls that we all have. If you're not positive, that's your own fault. Strong people that are strong and positive and love themselves, this negativity that's happening in the world should bounce off of you. Yes, it's terrible to see all this terrible stuff happening. But at the end of the day, if you're okay as a person and you're able to help others, that's what's going to make you happy in life. And I realized, lastly, I'll just get this out of the way. My show, half of the reason I do this is to help others. And I hope that I help you guys feel better in life. But the problem is internal. I can't help you all the way. I can entertain you guys. I can make you guys laugh. I can take your mind off of things. When the world's a piece of shit, I can be here. I can make you laugh. But if you're not happy internal, if you don't love yourself before you step up to the stream or you go on social media, things will break you down and you will not be strong enough to come back from those things. And I'm talking from personal experience. So staying out of politics definitely helps. And I'm being very open with this. You know, Rich asked me to do a show with him. And I flat out told him I am not going near politics whatsoever. I think that politics
Tinnitus and anxiety almost drove me to insanity. It took a long time. At the other side is looking brighter.
Yeah.
Plus silence is too noisy for me anyway.
Momcha.
Just saying, you could have some momcha.
No. Pew.
Glamorous, thank you for the support. And obviously, I agree with what you're saying there. Anxiety almost drives you to, lose it. Jay, how are you feeling? You doing okay? I'm doing much better, guys. Thank you for asking that. Mateo, I appreciate you, buddy. Nightbreaker, you're 100% correct. When you're depressed, and even the brightest and bluest skies will appear dim from your perspective. Listen, I'm not going to turn into a Dr. Phil show, but I'm just going to say this publicly. Moving forward, I will not be unfortunately, I know that you guys love the Trump impersonation I do on the show. I understand now that anything moving forward when it comes to political stuff, I am completely avoiding. You guys are not tuning in to listen to me be Trump, even though I'm making fun of it, because let's be honest, the world's a fucking shithole right now because of that stuff. So the idea of being political online, fuck no. The idea of using politics to make money, fuck no. Absolutely not. I will not be aligning myself with one single person on the internet that has anything to do with politics. So while I'd love to do things with Rich and stream with him, the last thing I will ever do on my own terms is put myself in a position where I'm not comfortable. I'll never do it again. So this is a public way of saying it. Obviously, I haven't talked to Rich about anything that's been going on here. So unfortunately, if he has anything to do with politics, I don't want anything to do with that whatsoever. And that's not me being, pushing him aside and saying, fuck you, you're in politics. I just don't want to talk about it. And that's the end of the discussion. So if you're involved with politics on the internet, I don't want anything to do with you, unfortunately. And that's not personal. That's just me putting a boundary up. I do not want to talk about politics on my show. If we're going to escape that stuff, there's no reason why I would involve myself with anything to do with that. with all of the stuff that's happening in the world right now, the last thing we need to do here is argue about politics. I'd rather focus on movies, video games, and enjoyment in life where we can escape that fucking stupid shit. I don't want to go back and talk about it. And now I'm going, it's unfortunate, but that's the decision I've made. I am not going to go near any of that. So that is that. Now, let me read something I wrote on Twitter, and I think it's probably the best tweet I've ever done in my life. Now, let me find it. Let me read this tweet. This is how I feel about video games at the moment.
You mean you never comment on Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry bumping uglies?
I don't give two fucks. Shivmatic, thank you for the support. If you stream with him. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be streaming with anybody at the current moment. I just said what I said. If you have anything to do with politics, I will not be streaming with you. That's that. I don't even give two fucks sideways about that decision. That's called a boundary in life. You guys need to learn how to set them. Again, that's nothing personal to anybody. It plays into anybody out there. If you have anything to do with drama, politics, or any of that stuff online, I am so sick of it that I will not deal with it.
Just set up my new Skytech Secure 3 PC RTX 5070 GPU Core i7 processor and a 2 terabyte SSD. Bucci.
Shout out to the Booch, by the way. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. That computer sounds fucking incredible, dude. Send me a photo of that, by the way. So I know that some people are going to be disappointed. Oh, I thought Jay and Rich are going to be streaming together and I'm going to his house and all that stuff. I don't know how that's going to work based on what I just said. So we'll see if things change, but I'm not sitting here with my fingers crossed, okay? It's that simple. I need to be who I am. If that means that I'm not doing something, that's just that. And if you don't like it, then you weren't a fan to begin with. Alan Jones, I love you. I said this, by the way. So somebody asked on Twitter, does this make a difference to you? They were talking about, actually, I could just show it on the screen. I don't know why I'm being so stupid here. So here's how I feel about gaming at the moment, and let's see if you guys can relate. This is big news. Kathleen Kennedy is officially leaving Lucasfilm. Well, that's a little late. That's a problem. Oh, well, Star Wars is pretty much dead to me. Let me just show you this, guys. Somebody said, does this make a difference to you? And this is my standpoint that I want to talk about right now. And also, why is this goal on the screen? We don't have a goal. Somebody said, does this make a difference to you in gaming? And I think you guys are going to get my perspective quickly. If you look at these screenshots, guys, there's no fucking difference between this stuff. This is the type of stuff that I think is ruining gaming. And I said, not at all. This fascination with realism is partly why the gaming industry is in such a state right now. I don't play games to escape into the realities of the world. I play them to escape reality. And I honestly feel like that is probably the most substantial statement I've made about gaming over the last 16 years online. I do not escape the realities to go into the realism of gaming nowadays. I play games.
You just need a good old-fashioned mop rub. Oh, Canada.
Dude, I don't even know what that fucking means. What does that even mean? Jason, thank you for the support. We should just name you Nightbreaker too. I appreciate you, but yeah. I don't know what that is. What is that? Like I rub my dick on a moose's asshole?
Bucci.
I mean, that would be very difficult to do. Have you ever seen the size of a moose? You'd have to stand on the back of a truck. That moose could probably rip your dick off accidentally by turning too quick. Anyways, what am I saying? I don't know. But what I'm saying is, let's get back to enjoying video games on the show again. I have spent the last 2 weeks doing something that is very difficult for me. And I think a lot of people are going to be like, aren't you? You're just pulling a Kai Cenat. For me personally, I think that this is an aspect I've never talked about on the show, but I grew up with learning disabilities. I have problems reading and writing.
Gavin made a good argument about this in Thel 1.
Oh, really? Banshee, can you send me a link to that? Because I don't know what you're talking about. But I just want to say this. I've always had an issue with reading and writing. I have a learning disability, which causes me to have a very difficult time reading and writing. And it's something that I have never worked on from a personal journey. I hate using those words. I sound like Gwyneth Paltrow. But a personal journey is to better yourself. And reading and writing has always been something that I've had a very difficult time with, because I fear that people are going to look at me and say that I think Jay's a little slow. Now, has that come across on my live streaming? Probably. I think that some of you have realized that sometimes when I'm reading on the show that I slip up, and I'm very self-conscious about that issue I have in my head. So I'm trying to fix that behind the scenes by doing something I've never really done. I've read books in the past, don't get me wrong. I've read everything from Chuck Palahniuk. He's the author of Fight Club. Anything that he has released, I've absolutely loved to read. So behind the scenes, I am focusing on reading a lot more and trying to write a lot more to better myself and come across like a smarter person to you guys. That's some issue that I've been dealing with since I was 13 years old. And I know that stuff doesn't matter to a lot of people there. And I'm sure that a lot of people would say that, Jay, I think that you're actually well-spoken to a degree. And I think that I am at times. However, I get into my own head, and that's where the issue proceeds to take over with anxiety. So at the end of yes, you mix up words, it's all good, man. Yes, so I definitely have that issue. I'm working on that. So, yes, you guys are going to notice something over the next 3 months, 4 months on the show. A lot of what I'm going to be talking about is bettering you guys in life. Because listen, when you love yourself, you love other things, and it's a lot easier. When you love yourself, anxiety becomes less and less. When you're not dealing with all of these issues on top of each other, you realize that you can finally live your life. And that's what I've realized in the last 2 weeks. And some people are going to be like, oh, Jay's going on this fucking journey. He's going to be depressed again. I'm not fucking perfect. You guys know that. Banshee, thank you, by the way. And Jason, thank you for the support. I appreciate all that. And I appreciate the gifted memberships. I appreciate everything. Thank you, guys. So you got to be happy in life, guys. How many of you in life right now can freely say in the chat that you're flat out happy in life without thinking about all of the issues you're dealing with? Everybody has actual issues, but how many of you are happy? Honestly, answer that in the chat right now. How happy are you in
You're a
life?
fairly decent person for a Canadian.
Jason, for you saying that, thank you. Banshee says I'm working on it. Ian says he is. Freddie's content. Nice. Can we have a beer? I don't drink, but salute to you, my friend. Banshee, I will check my DMs. Thank you. I'm happy. I'm all right. So Mateo says not very happy. Dude, why? Why is that? Demolition Daddy, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Joking aside, seriously, a lot of you are actually doing much better, and that's amazing to see in the chat, guys. Slasher says, after 6 long years, I have a date on Saturday. I'm happy about that. Dude, that's amazing, man. You know, I think that I'm not going to be talking about relationships on the show anymore, or relationship advice. There's definitely advice I could give that could help you guys in relationships and love and all of that stuff. But I internally realize now that there's a lot of what I'm dealing with has to do with how I handle relationships. So I think I'm probably the last person you should listen to when it comes to trying to be positive in relationships. I need a lot of work in that department. So I will not be talking about that stuff moving forward. But nice. Mateo, that's awesome, dude. So yeah, it looks like a lot of you are doing much better. I don't even know what the fuck that was, but thank you. All right, so here's one last thing I'm going to say about the Discord. You know, during my sort of 2 weeks of oh Jesus Christ, Jason's,
where do babies come from, and how do you return one?
Listen, you can't return them. Don't have a child unless you could fucking take care of it. Jesus Christ. Hang on a second. Do not have a child unless you could take care of that child. So one last thing I want to say here. I've been trying new medications. Side effects are bad, man. I got a bad fucking headache last, 2 weeks.
I'm grateful for you, Jay, and this community.
Thank you, Ian Hunter. I appreciate you, buddy. Enraged Gecko, shout out to you, man. Thank you for always keeping it real. I hate saying that, but he has kept it real. He has, man, and I hope you're feeling better, my friend. I know that you've been sick for quite a while, so thank you. I just want to talk about this very quickly, and then we can have a bit of fun here. You know, I think I've covered everything, why I took 2 weeks off. I think I've discussed what my intentions are over the January. I just want to say this. My Discord, a lot of people would call my Discord toxic. I don't know if you agree or disagree with what I'm saying right now, but I have to agree. My Discord has gotten to the point where it is quite it's negative. Now, why is it negative? It's not negative because people are trying to be negative. It's because a lot of people want to come together and create a community. And some people, unfortunately, in that community are negative in general just because of the way they grew up and the issues that they have. Even I could be a negative person. So moving forward in the Discord, I just want to rejuvenate that community and say that, wow, you know, there's 1,000 people in my Discord. However, moving forward, I think that when we talk about the Discord and hanging out and stuff, I think that we just need to be open about the fact that we need to be a little bit more positive in the Discord. And when I say that, unfortunately, if you're being negative in the Discord, it's not gonna work out.
I will watch you until Woods starts streaming.
Keep railing.
Listen, Woods starts streaming. Listen, Jason, thank you for the support. I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about. Now, Smush, thank you, buddy. Now, I want to say this. Shout out to all the mods that are on here and my Discord. You've done an amazing job. Is that Hamo? I don't think it's Hamo, is it? Shout out to Alice, one of the main admins. Shout out to Sexy Coco, main admin. And shout out to the one and only Omar, who's another main admin. shout out to all the mods. I appreciate you guys taking care of all the nonsense that happens on Discord. You got to keep in mind that it is more of a personal space. So sometimes people get into arguments and it's not perfect. Banshee, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You're not negative in any sense. I'm not talking about you. So at the end of the day, I just want to say huge shout out to everybody that's on the Discord. A lot of you know who you are. I don't need to name everybody. Bammers, thank you, buddy. And Once 2 Cents, Fuka, Black Sheep, of course. Black Sheep obviously is a staple of that. I can't name everybody, but everybody that is on my Discord still, thank you for supporting me over the last 2 weeks mentally. I had a few days I went in there and I was not doing well. And I want to say thank you. So Bammers, thank you. Everybody, thank you guys. I honestly would not be where I am without the Discord. So join the Discord. We have fun. We play games. We watch movies. I'm in there as much as possible, as much as my energy allows me to be. Let me just reiterate this. Moving through the rest of January, I will not be streaming as much in January. Just so you guys know, right now I'm trying to heal myself from some deep-rooted stuff from when I was a child. It is very hardcore stuff that I'm not going to get into here, but it has to do with me and my development as a young boy. Sometimes you have to heal those wounds to be able to be okay with who you are later in life. And trust me, I've heard some things over the last 2 weeks that I've never wanted to hear. And as you guys know, when it comes to my dad, I think I've been very open about this. A lot of issues to do with that. So thank you to everybody for the support. The Discord mods are bullies. Well, I don't think they're bullies, Biff, but let me be very clear. If there's issues on Discord, you guys got to come and tell me directly. No longer are the days of figuring out what's going on in the Discord. I will not put up with anybody being negative in the Discord moving forward. Now, another aspect I want to talk about right now is this. I understand completely that I have involved myself with people that are not the best, that some people would consider to be the worst of the internet. Now, without direct confrontation, I think you guys know I'm talking about LolCow. Did LolCow help my show? Absolutely. Did it help me financially? Absolutely. Was it just pure nonsense entertainment to me? Absolutely. Do I look at Boogie, Wings, Keemstar, and all those guys as just pure entertainment? Absolutely. Did I take things personally to a level that I shouldn't have? Yes, absolutely. Did I make a little bit of money off of that on LolCow? Absolutely. Am I the only creator that I know of that went on LolCow knowing that he would get paid? Absolutely. And that's the one thing I just want to put out there again. Do I take that stuff personally anymore? No. Do I look at Boogie and think he's a complete idiot? Not really. I think that we all know that DSP, LolCow, Review Tech USA, all of that stuff, me included, I think that you all know that we do it for an entertainment purpose. And to say anything otherwise than that would be lying to the audience. Is any one of those people going to step up and say this publicly? I don't think so. But let's just be clear. Did we use our lives as entertainment value for you guys so we could make money? Absolutely. Does it cross a line sometimes? Yes. And that's where I say that sometimes I need to put boundaries up. Some of those people, I think if I was giving advice right now, they need to be able to be open about that. But I'm going to just say this publicly. Moving forward, am I going to involve myself with LolCow or drama or any of that nonsense? Absolutely fucking not. If I get pulled into something, then so be it. But I don't plan on having anything to do with that moving forward. I think that I've gotten enough out of that. So thank you to Keemstar for paying me all of that money for being entertainment on your show. It's that simple. I don't hold anything over Keemstar's head saying that I'm negative towards him or anything. At the end of the day, I think he's a very smart businessman, and I think that they know what they're doing. We don't need to get into a discussion of...
You took 2 weeks off. You're fired.
Tim, thanks. So, listen, again, we all know why we're on the internet right now. I'm here to make money by entertaining you guys, and sometimes that entertainment does involve the stupidest things that you've ever seen on the internet. I think that to have integrity is very important. I held my integrity to go on LolCow, and I only would do it when I got paid. You know how many people said during the LolCow universe run that I would only go on LolCow because I need to get paid? But nobody ever did that. People still went on there because they realized that they would get the exposure that they needed. I never once broke my own trust by going on LolCow just to get views. I only went on LolCow once there was a contract signed. And that personally is something that I will hold near and dear to my heart, because I never sold out to go on LolCow. I went on LolCow because I knew I could use LolCow to make money. And at this point in time, I've washed my hands of it. And I think that, is it entertainment? Yes. I think that a lot of people love LolCow. But I understand my audience also is kind of sick of that bullshit. You know, faking a stroke on the internet, faking having cancer on the internet is the lowest of the lows when it comes to creation. But let me also say this, complaining about those people is just as low as those people doing those things on the internet. So let's be better this year. Let's be more free, but let's also be rich in the content that I create. I don't think talking about Boogie, or especially DSP, is something that is going to fulfill me as a person. So I hate to disappoint you guys, but yeah, we'll talk about DSP, we'll talk about those idiots, but I don't get anything out of it anymore. It's not happening.
You can die of exposure in less than half an hour. It's not worth the risk.
Good point. Good point. So listen, do I think Boogie doesn't know what he's doing? No, he knows what he's doing, guys. It's time that somebody talked about this a little bit openly, and it kind of removes the veil of what the internet is. But guys, I hate to say this, but when people get into discussions about politics or video games or anything, you guys don't think they know what they're doing? It's all about views at the end of the day. It's all about engagement. It's all about getting the eyes back on you when you become irrelevant. Do I think I'm relevant on the internet right now? I think I'm relevant to my own audience and the people that watch me, but I don't think that I am somebody that needs to be watched. I am somebody that needs to entertain and actually give you something worth value, something you guys can walk away in life. So in 5-10 years, you could be like,
use me to make money.
Congratulations.
Listen, I used them. You're not irrelevant. You're not, wait, what? Nah, you're not relevant, you old schmuck. Thank you, Gaming Survivor. Of course, Gaming Survivor would say that. Listen, I must be relevant because those shorts I put up get 20,000 views now, 5,000 to 20,000 views. So I'm going to continue to do the shorts. We've brought in 60 new subscribers over the last couple of weeks. I honestly think this year's the year that the show goes a little bit bigger than it ever has. And that's going to be because of the shorts. So I know a lot of you love those shorts I do. So awesome. I appreciate you guys watching them. And I legitimately am doing them from the aspect of I like talking about that stuff. And legitimately, and some people are being like, oh yeah, you do that stuff because it's like, it's easy to do. Yeah, no shit. But it's also a way of talking about something quickly and getting it out of the way. We don't need to have a fucking 12-hour discussion about GTA 5 being canceled or sorry, being delayed. We don't need that.
Listen, Biff bullies me. I am hard.
Listen, Biff bullies everybody. The shorts are good. So awesome, dude. Is that a baby stroller? Yes. That is a creepy 1950s baby stroller in the background, Andrew. And I hate to tell you this, but you're pregnant.
Congratulations.
Zelda. Hi. Were you napping? So everything we talked about in December, we're still doing on the show. So yes, this is another one of those streams where I just talk into the camera and you guys are like, okay, I listen to them. But no, there's lots of planning. There's lots of cool things. But remember, I had to be in a position where I was able to enjoy it. I can't come on the stream anymore. Wait a minute. I mean, that's sexy. But I can't come onto the stream anymore unless I'm having fun. And I had to go off for the last 2 weeks and figure out how to have fun again. And trust me, I've been playing games like Terminator. Terminator is fucking amazing. Terminator 2 No Fate. Holy shit, that game is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So that was fucking amazing to see. I had no idea that it was that good. It took me a while, but yeah. Now, listen, one other thing I want to say. Will we have goals in the future for extending streams and stuff like that? I have realized something that I haven't realized on stream. And you guys will be like, wow, how can you be so stupid? Well, one of the things I realized is that I've been streaming usually for 3 hours. I usually do a 3-hour window, and that was the amount I could do. But because my energy levels are higher and I'm not dealing with much stress, I'm able to stream with you guys and actually have fun for a change. Have I not had fun? Yeah, I mean, being, again, open with you guys, there's been an aspect of me forcing myself to stream because I've been depressed. I can't do that anymore. So what we need to do is focus on the fucking joy again. Resident Evil demo. Yes, Saturday, I will be playing that on the stream. When the game comes out, I will be playing that. We're going to get back into games. We're going to get back into cooking. We're going to get back into real life streaming. We're going to get back into having guests on the show. We're going to get back into having the stupid fun that we used to have. But I couldn't do that until I healed myself. So thank you for everybody that's here right now. I got a lot of people watching right now. It looks like the whole audience is here. So thank you to everybody that's watching. Oh, God. Here
Do you think you would get along with Asmongold?
Probably not. I feel like Asman thinks his own shit don't stink. I think when he's being nice, he's a bit of performative. He's a little performative. I think that you got to keep in mind, remember this, guys. You guys know that I'm probably one of the most open people you're going to see on the internet here. And sometimes people say things on the internet to be performative. It's performative. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look that up yourself. But people say and do things on the internet because they want to come across like somebody. They want to be creating an image or a character. Sometimes people will say things on the internet that they don't really agree with, but it brings in views. So no, I don't think I'd get along with him. And that's something I don't care about. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Do I want to know him? No. So it's basically acting. Yes, when you're a streamer, you have to act. Unfortunately, I've decided to not be an actor on the internet, so you guys kind of get to see who I am. This is who I am. And you know what's the best fucking reward? People like me. Because I'm just me. I don't need to make this character. I don't need to be this fucking ridiculous off-the-rails character that's on the internet. Do I turn into that sometimes? Yes, because it's entertaining to you guys. But what you're seeing right now is me. There's no hiding this. Do I have an ego? Little bit, but all YouTubers do. The difference here is that I internally only enjoy doing this when I know that you people are enjoying it. Yeah, Nate says that some people need to be quote unquote on all the time. I personally feel like sometimes I'm not on, and that's why I don't stream. Am I on right now? No. I'm definitely not on right now. But I think it's clear why I needed the time off, and I appreciate it. Jay, I think I could never work in this industry. Creators would piss me off. Yep. Absolutely, dude. So hopefully I can be a fresh air to all of you people out there that like to watch somebody that's just simply entertainment. Omar, what's up, dude? Will you be... What's that? Siegfried, reacting to donation videos. What does that mean, my friend? I don't know what a donation video is. I'm watching a man from Canada live. Andrew, I'm watching you through the webcam I installed in your bathroom. Ian, it's okay, my friend. I want to say this too. It makes sense that sometimes you guys need to take a break. Someone donate $5 for you. Somebody donates $5 for a video, and then you need to watch it. I mean, that's something we could look into, but I think that you guys will know what we're going to start doing on the show in the next couple of weeks. Because there's definitely aspects of the show that are a little awkward to talk about, but I think one of the most successful things, and I'm just being open with here. I'm going to be very open with you guys. When it comes to planning what you're going to do on stream as a YouTuber and as a streamer, part of that has to do with I have to make money. So you have to discuss these things with the audience. Normally you would not do these things, but in the first 2 years of me streaming, the money that I have made is because we're lunatics here. We're absolute lunatics. When you guys pay $50 to put a suit on me, that's $50 to put a suit on. Things like that, that's what drives the success of the show. When I do goals to extend streams, to have more fun with you guys, that's what's going to pay the bills. These stupid little super chats that we do that are $2, I'm never changing that. Because these $2 and these dollars that you guys say simple words in, that's literally the bread and butter of the show. So I'm not looking to make, quote unquote, more money on the show. I'm just looking to make enough to live. And I'm not asking you guys to go above and beyond and push limits and all of that nonsense like other people do on the internet. I think it's a two-way street that you guys know we're on, and we can move past that in the sense that we don't need to discuss it every fucking stream. We don't need to be DSP every stream moving forward. I know that if I just show up, people support. That's it. We don't need to sit here and discuss it. We don't need to pretend that it's not happening. So this whole fucking DSP situation has been baffling to me up until the point that I started therapy and I started to understand why DSP is so massive as a streamer. Whether you like this or not, it's called entertainment. It's very entertaining to watch DSP be who he is. Whether he's faking it or not, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant at this point. Whether you like this or not, DSP is as big as Keemstar. I'm not talking about financials because Keemstar's a multimillionaire and he's done lots of business ventures that have made him a lot of money. But when it comes to DSP, DSP is literally an icon of the internet, whether you like him or not, because he's entertaining. Whether that entertainment is pure joy or it's negativity, you guys tune into it. I see how big DSP is. I never will go to that route. But you guys don't think DSP understands that in this point? That he doesn't understand being how stupid he can be on the internet's going to drive more people to give him money? That's the game we play as streamers. I'm so sick of hiding behind the fact that we're all playing these games. The hell was that? Oh, that's my cat. Now, let's end this stream with story time. And I think you guys are going to be like, Jesus fucking Christ. There's something I need to publicly announce right now. And yes, I got new headphones. So shout out to Ones and Black Sheep. Guys, get ready for this. This is 100% true. I know that you guys are going to be like, this is unbelievable. I'm going to say this publicly now, and it's for the entertainment purposes. And I know that this woman might be watching right now. I have been dealing with something that has been very fucking weird and scary. And I know that there's a possibility at this very moment that this woman who I'm about to talk about is watching this stream right now. So if you guys don't know, a very interesting, weird situation happened to me over the last 2 weeks. And you guys aren't ready for this. Can I use the word stalker? A little bit. And I'm not telling this to be like, hey, you know, to make fun of the situation either. Are you guys ready for this? And this is unbelievable to talk about, but I've decided to talk about it because the police are involved in a degree here, and I need to be very public about this. As being a YouTuber, and the fact that she's mentioned she watches my show but lives in the same town as me, I have to be very clear here. In no way, shape, or form will I mention who it is. In no way, shape, or form will I show any photos online or talk about it really in a personal sense. But, and I hope it's over with. Are you ready for this? This is fucking crazy. About 2.5 years ago, I don't know if you guys are ready for this, but 2.5 years ago, I went on a date with somebody in town here. Barely talked to them over the 2.5 years. A couple nights ago, I don't know the timeline. I have a knock at my door, guys, and this woman who I haven't seen for about 2.5 years knocks on my door. And it's not Shelly, by the way. And is crying on my doorstep. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of what happened, but I think I've been very clear about this. I've had to deal with this now for the last couple of weeks. Let me just give some advice without getting into the full story because I don't want to, because I know that there's a possibility she's watching this. And if you are watching this, you need to leave me alone. You need to never contact me again. I think that you need some mental help. I'm getting mental health and therapy. I think you need some therapy. So here we go. Somebody knocked on my door. It scared the shit out of me because I thought, oh, has to be the police. I thought I got swatted or something happened. I answered the door. It was this person I haven't seen for 2.5 years. Now, because I'm currently in therapy, I'm telling the story from a different perspective here. I think that this person has mental issues. I let her into the house, guys, because I do know who she is. How can I say this without being rude? It turned into a therapy session, guys, in my apartment here. And this girl did not respect my boundaries when it comes to what I explained to her. She came here under the pretense that she needed somebody, and I thought that she had been beaten up by a boyfriend, or I thought something terrible has happened to her. It turns out that she wanted to be physically close to me. Now, I'm not going to get into the details what was said and how that went down. But let me just say that Murray, as you guys know, I made it very clear to this woman who was sitting in my house, who was clearly not all in her head, that I was currently still seeing somebody. And, you know, Murray, thank you to Murray, by the way, because she heavily helped with this situation. But I made it very clear to this woman that I was seeing somebody and that I would not get close to her. Here's where it gets weird, guys. As I had the conversation, she continuously said to me, well, you smell good. You still look good. And I would love if we could cuddle. I have never in my life been put in a position where I needed to get somebody out of my house, guys. And I'm being dead serious about this. I was slightly scared at this point in time. This girl tried to force herself into a situation with me after I told her I was seeing somebody multiple times during this conversation. Now, let's not get into the fact that I finally did get her out of the house. It's fucking scary. So the reason I'm telling you this story is because, and I'm not blaming her, she clearly has mental issues that she needs to deal with. She wanted to wear my body like a skin suit. This happened last week. I phoned my friend, Justin. How did she leave? I finally told her I needed to go to sleep. I took a gravel and I'm like, I'm going to be asleep. I got to get out of here. Her last thing she said was, I wish we could cuddle. And I said, that's not a physical possibility right now. That's not happening. So I had Murray on the phone. You know, thank you to Murray for helping me with this situation. But, you know, I can't believe this fucking happened, guys. I had a woman in here basically throw herself at me to a degree. She says that she wasn't, but I'm not going to get into the details of what she said to me. The thing is, though, yeah, Caldo has said you cuddle with me. Absolutely. I just wanted to put this out there. The idea of what happened to me in the last week here, and I'm sure in the future I'll talk about it a little bit more, but right now, because the police are kind of involved, I don't want to talk about it. But, guys, if a woman ever shows up at your house and says that she's there because she needs help, but then it turns into a slightly intimate sexual thing, it is not a fucking a fantasy come true. It is probably one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me. And I know that you guys are like, well, it's just a woman in your house. Guys, when somebody's not mentally sound and they're in your house, it's not fun. It's not fucking fun. And you guys know me. I am not some whore who's going to fuck all these women. I'm not 26 years old anymore. Not that I ever did that, but when I was 26, I would have been more open to this idea. But it's disgusting, it's terrifying, it's fucked up. So the reason I'm bringing this up is if you're a young dude right now and you have these fantasies about women and you're whoring it up and you're having the time of your life, let me just say from experience now, that kind of lifestyle is not fulfilling. And sex should be something that's important between two people. I'm not saying that you can't have casual sex out there. I'm saying that you need to respect yourself a little bit more in life. So if it's a learning experience, I learned my lesson this past week. Do not let anybody into your fucking house, number one. And number two, I learned self-respect big time. Could I have slept with this woman easily? Oh my God. Like that. But, oh God. Listen, was it you?
I just wanted to take a romantic ride in my boat.
Listen, was it you? Was it you in a fucking wig? Now listen, if Raw Dakota showed up here in a blonde wig, I would fuck the doors off of him.
Bucci.
Keep railing. Keep coming.
I'm just saying. But that's a whole other stream and website. But no, Raw Dakota, I would fuck the doors off of him, as they say. I would just annihilate his pussy. I don't know if I'm canceled now. We're going to look into that. There's a possibility. So, I wish I could say more about would you raw dog Raw Dakota? Listen, I would scrape the fucking skin off my dick and fuck him. Wait a minute. That's probably the most... Okay, wait. Listen, I told you that crazy person still lives inside of me, and I'm going to be inside of him. So if you guys think that I'm going to... Yep, now that's wild. That's next level fucking stalker shit. If a woman says that she's going to rip her vagina apart and then have sex with you, you got to leave. You got to get the fuck out of that house. No?
Jay, I'm at the door.
FBI, open up! Listen, no. If I'm ever streaming and somebody knocks at the door, we're not fucking answering the door anymore, guys. I am no longer answering the door. And yes, you can quote me on that one. I said that publicly, and I apologize, because that's disgusting.
Mamcha.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Tower Dragon, Drummer Punk, and a bunch of other people. But Drummer Punk, he donated $2 to this stream before it even started. He did it the day I put it up. What if it is the police? Then I'm in trouble. You need a door cam? I think we should get a door cam. So, the last week has been kind of weird because I've been dealing with the fact that somebody has been very upfront with what they want from me, but also mentally not sound. So yes, I'm being open and honest with you guys. We have the wallet guy who's probably killed 5 more people since we discussed that. But we now also have a woman who is trying to sleep with me, and aggressively. Very aggressive. The text messages don't lie. Now, I'm being very public about this for one reason and one reason only. If you contact me one more time, and I think I've been very clear about this, I will be literally contacting the police, and they will be involved. So for the love of God, do not show up at my house. Do not text me. And here's another aspect I need to be clear about. Do not reach out to my friends personally and try to get my phone numbers and my personal information, which you have done, and I know you have.
Listen, put a door cam in raw and stream it. Let's go.
Listen, thank you for being a member for 13 months. Come to my house and look at my raw dick. Thank you.
Yo, Seals, stay gay.
Shout out to Seals. I hope everyone's having a good day. Wallet Guy is somewhere in the universe. Dude, Wallet Guy. Okay. You guys wanted an update on this. There's 4 missing people out of London, Ontario right now, and Wallet Guy. Jay, can you give Claire my number? No. Do not contact me in any way, thank you. I know that you watch my show, which is fucking scary. Now, if I see your name anywhere in comments, or obviously I'm going to block you. I wish I knew your username completely. But for the love of God, if you're watching this, you need to stop. I don't hate you, but like, I don't want to be part of your life. I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want anything to do with you. I hope that you get the help that you need, but do not come to my house again. Do not randomly show up here like you did after 2.5 years. That's fucked up. And do not cross any lines with me. Please, for the love of God, leave me alone. I do not find you attractive. I do not want to sleep with you. I do not want anything to do with you. So for the love of God, please get help and leave me alone. That is going to be the weirdest thing I've said on the show, but yeah, she watches the show. She could be here right now, fapping. Yeah, go buy a cucumber. Listen, and if I was going to randomly sleep with somebody I didn't know personally, there's a lot of people in this audience that I would just give it to, okay? So get in line.
It was me. I'm fired.
Oh, God. Tim.
You're fired.
So, listen. I've been dealing with some crazy shit in life. Therapy, a crazy sex fiend, personal issues, all sorts of things. I want to say this. Some of you might not be as lucky as I am to have people to look, what's the word I got to say here? As a YouTuber, I'm very lucky to have you guys. And I know that some of you guys don't have people to talk to, and that's why I have the Discord. So in closing here, I want to say thank you to everyone that tuned in today, and I hope that you enjoyed this update and that I know all of you here. I will be back Saturday. It looks like Resident Evil has a demo out. We're going to play that Saturday, 110%. I am so excited for the new Resident Evil game. We're playing it Saturday. So I will be back Saturday. I don't know the time exactly. Tomorrow, Ionis is here. Ionis is back. So thank you.
Let her fap. Winter is, and she needs the friction to stay warm.
Oh, God. No, don't encourage it. I know it's cold outside. Don't encourage it, dude. Really? Why would you encourage it? I think the demo's out, unless I'm wrong about that, right? Let's open that blind. Look how dark it is here. There's been a blizzard all day. It's been fucking crazy. I think there's a Resident Evil 9 demo out, right? Am I wrong or right about that? Oh, wait. Is there not? Somebody told me that. Shit. Well, I'm wrong about that. Uncle Mike, nice to see you. Now, before I go here, again, I'll be back Saturday and Sunday. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for letting me take the 2 weeks off. You guys are technically my bosses. The people that donate and watch this stream and gift memberships, thank you for that as well. I want to reiterate. Oh, there's no demo. That fucking sucks. God damn it. I thought there was a demo. Okay, well, we'll do something else Saturday. But why is there no demo of Resident Evil 9? That seems like a mistake, man. Weird. So, thank you guys. There'll be a demo before the week. JQ, nice to see you. Smush, nice to see you. Nat, thank you, my friend. Sea Monkey, thank you. Everybody, man. Hamostat. Is that you, Hamo, by the way? By the way, Hamo's been watching me for like 13 years. Shout out to you, buddy. Siegfried, thank you. Alan Jones, thank you. Everybody, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. Godfather, Alan Jones, Caldo, thank you. I just want to say once, before I leave here, thank you for the support over the 2 weeks. My buddy Ionis is coming here tomorrow. I'll be back Saturday. This whole month is a little bit of a write-off. Oh, God.
Have a good hunting night, Jay.
Thank you. I need to go and fix myself this month. I appreciate you guys. And I'll be very open with you guys right now. This month, in 2 weeks, the amount of money that my show has made is about $190. So here's the difference, though. I don't have any worry about that. And that's because of you guys. So thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you for all of the support you've given me. I appreciate every single dollar that comes in. This month is a write-off. It's okay, though. Sometimes you need to accept that you need to get help. So thank you to everybody that tuned in today. If you're somebody that's dealing with something in life right now, go and get the help now so you don't waste your time in life. You can enjoy your life, have a good life, feel good about yourself, and love yourself. So thank you, guys. Dark Knight, I don't know why, dude. You should have the dark one for Terrence.
For Terrence.
Fuck Terrence. Where the fuck is Terrence, by the way? Can't afford therapy. Well, I'll discuss that. Hang on, I'll show you something now. Hang on. Okay, let me just show this before I leave, okay? I know that some of you are going to make fun of me about this, and that's fine. I don't give two shits. And I know that some of you are going to have a hard time listening to this right now, but I think that if you can't afford therapy right now, guys, there's other means to be getting better. And the first thing I'm going to show here that's helped me tremendously through the first 6 chapters here is this book. It's called Let Them, The Let Them Theory. It is a self-help book. Go buy this book right away. If you do not have money for therapy, if you buy this book, guys, listen to me. If you go buy this book and you send me a photo or prove that you bought this book, something special will happen. Go ahead, find out. So if you guys have this book on Audible or whatever, seriously, take a photo, screenshot it, send it to me. And you'll see what'll happen. You'll see. Something special. But yeah, it's called The Let Them Theory. That's the author right there, Mel Robbins. Seriously. So yeah, go get the book. Trust me. You're going to be reading things in this book and going, oh my God. And it's just perspective. Remember, it's about perspective. So go get the book. I recommend it. I don't have a side table. Go get that book. It's fucking amazing. So I'll see you guys Saturday. Tomorrow I'm off. My buddy is here, Jonas. Saturday, Sunday streaming for sure. Monday up in the air. I'll have a schedule moving forward. I love all of you guys. Thank you very much. Conrad, Alice, Jacob, Hamo, Nightbreaker, Goontech USA. Love you, buddy. Alice, thank you. Godfather, Mateo, Raw Dakota, thank you for the support today. Left Control Gaming. Raw Dakota, I hope you're doing well, my friend. Mist, thank you, Misty. Paradox, thank you. By the way, how many gifted did we do? Thank you for the 9 gifted memberships today. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Portable Ham Sandwich, thank you. Joey Chops, thank you. I love you guys. Seriously, I appreciate everybody being here for me. I'm very lucky and I will not take this for granted. I never have and I never will. So thank you guys. I'll see you on Saturday. We're going to talk about Resident Evil Saturday. I'm so hyped for that, man. Mailsman got a gifted. Nice, dude. Cutie. Welcome back. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Drummer Cream, you're fired.
Cream.
You're late. Spookster Vibes, thank you. Uncle Mike, what time? I'll let you guys know soon. I got to figure out, because Jonas is staying here, probably 5 p.m. EST like usual, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Hamo, thank you. Thetis, thank you. Amy Blackwood, thank you. Chris Hullum, thank you. I think that's your name. I fucked that up. Wood, thank you. Appreciate you. Sea Monkey, Sheed, thank you. Mailman, thank you. Left Control Gaming, Jamie, Cheeseman, appreciate you. Jacob Crawley, thank you. Dude, I'm actually losing my fucking voice again from streaming, which is weird. I had to tone it down. Wicked Grome with the 5 gifted right at the end. Dude, seriously, thank you for showing me that support. I didn't know what to expect coming back here. I thought that I would lose some of my audience. I honestly feel like I've lost nobody. I really do. Wicked Grome 2 a.m. stream. Those are open. Those will happen in the future. Thank you. Chris Holm got one. Nice. Who got them? Chris got one, who's here right now. And Danny got one. We know Danny. Thank you, Danny. Dallas, by the way, thank you for the support, dude. Gino, thank you. Dino as well. Dino, shout out to you. I saw you earlier. Thank you. Who else? Anybody else? I think we got everybody. But Wicked Grome, seriously, Thank you for the support. We got 14 today. I appreciate that big time. I understand that memberships are going to be low because I took all this time off. But if you want to support the show moving forward, gifted memberships are definitely the way to help my show because it brings people back. So thank you very much, Wicked Grome, for doing that. And I appreciate also one last thing I want to say. Everybody that listens to my life and makes me feel like I'm somebody, I appreciate that. And I'm just like you. I'm just somebody on the internet. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. I will see you Saturday. Hamo, thank you, dude. I appreciate you, dude. It's January. I know. Elvis, you're late.
You're fired.
Guys, I'll probably be on the Discord hanging out, so let's go have some fun, have a little chat. I'm going to go make dinner. Love you, and I'll see you on Saturday. Thank you so much, guys. Wicked, you're fired. You're late. I love you. Elvis, you're fired, but I love you. Thank you, guys.
Juchi. Bucci. Juchi.